G'day guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome back for another episode of Space Survival. So in today's episode, I think I'm just going to continue on where I left off in the last episode and try and find kind of a staging area that's a little bit closer to the planet than what we currently are. So the plan is to use that to then build a refinery and an assembler and bits and pieces like that, because I'm going to have to fly down to the planet with my jetpack and nothing else. But there was one thing I kind of was thinking about in between episodes, and I think I might actually go ahead and mine some of this silver. I know I said that I wasn't going to do that, but what I can do is use that to hopefully manufacture some better tools a little bit later on. So let's get a little bit of this silver, not too much. So I'm pretty sure I can refine this stuff. I don't think there's any issues with that. So let's put this into the survival kit and see if it will actually be able to refine this stuff. I think it should be fine. Let's have a look. Survival kit. We have 150 ingots. No, it can only do stone, so I need a basic
energy low.
Yeah, basic refinery. Question is, where do I place that? I don't know if I really want to even place a refinery on this thing just yet. I might just leave it for now. Alright, so now that we have a little bit of silver, we also have a little bit of cobalt. So what I'm going to do is go in here and I'm going to disassemble this stuff. Once this is finished, I'll queue up an enhanced grinder, hand drill, and enhanced welder. Actually, I don't know if I'll bother with the drill. I don't think it really makes a difference, to be honest. Alright, so our disassembly is complete, and it turns out that those radio components that I did grab don't actually have anything useful. I think also what I could do is I could disassemble the... yeah, maybe I'll disassemble these thruster components as well. And upon reviewing the last episode before I released it and during the editing phase, I actually realized I missed about 30 or 40 of these things. So, oh well, bit of a bummer, but I'm not flying back there to grab them. So yeah, we'll just have to continue on with what we've got. Well, looks like I can't disassemble that stuff because this thing is not capable of it. Alright. Oh man, I'm finding so many limitations with this stuff. Alright, so at least we can manufacture this stuff. Oh, no, I don't want to manufacture 10 of those. 1, 2, 3. I just want one of each. And let us hope that I don't lose that stuff. Alright, while that's manufacturing, I think I'll just leave what I have on me for the moment. And let's try and get a little bit closer to the planet. Ultimately, my goal is to find an asteroid that's like really big, because I want to start making a base there, but I haven't really found anything that kind of piques my interest at this stage just yet. Well, it seems like I've come across a SPRT Mayday signal here. Really not sure about this one. I'm really hoping that it's not. We have a Rust Raider down there as well. Really hoping it's not one of those drone spamming facilities, but I guess we're just going to have to find out. Alright, there it is. So let's go over and check it out. So I'll turn my dampeners off here. I've removed anything valuable on me, apart from this stuff. I actually found a unknown signal with an enhanced grinder in it, which was pretty cool. So yeah. Well, I think I'm getting pretty close to it now. Yeah, I can see it. Oh, that looks like a pretty decently sized ship. Oh, this thing's going to be full of good stuff. And I believe this one is also full of a lot of guns too. So let me kind of circle this thing and get it into the light. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I have seen this wreck before in a previous save, although I don't think I recorded that one. And I see something. I see a red light. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Definitely not the angle to approach this ship. Let us try a different angle maybe. Yeah, the worst part is I have no guns. There is no light. So I can't see anything and I... Whoa! Whoa! Oh! Yeah, like I said, I've got no guns. There's no light, so I can't see what I'm doing. This is, really sketchy. Well, that was pretty cool. Oh. Yeah, keep that part lit up. Okay, so I'm 600 meters away. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Whoa! Oh! He got me! Alright. I think I'm going to have to leave that one for later. I think... without at least basic weapons, I can't do anything about that. Alright, so where's my respawn pod? Alright, so we'll have to mark that one for later. Now, I'm really not sure how far away from the planet I am. I think it depends on if that station is sitting on the surface of this side of the planet or the other side. It has to be this side though, because if I'm not mistaken, the diameter of this planet in particular is 120 kilometers. So yeah, it has to be on this side of the planet. And I believe once you get to about 40 kilometers from the planet's surface is when the actual gravity starts to kick in. So it seems like we have a fair way to go. So I actually thought that I'd spawned pretty close to the planet, but yeah, it turns out I hadn't. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer, but what can I really do about that? Yeah, so you guys remember how I said I didn't want to run into one of those drone facilities? I ran into one of those drone facilities. So I just pray that this guy doesn't send stuff after me, because I'm kind of... Whoa, 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 whoa! We're in the gravity well. Oh no. Oh no, this is not good. I just hope I have enough thrust not to crash. Come on, slow down. Whoa, that was close. That was really close. Alright, so now that I know that I'm pretty close to the planet's gravity, I'm going to try and find an asteroid close by that I can kind of park the ship in and then go down there and mine some resources by hand. I really wish it wasn't nighttime though. Maybe we can go for this asteroid here. Where did that asteroid go? Man, I can't see anything. I'm still caught in the gravity well as well, so... there's our drone facility. The thing that I would like to avoid like the plague. Alright, well thankfully I think I've found an asteroid that is relatively close to the planet. If not, this might actually be in the gravity well of the planet, so that's kind of a good thing. The only problem of course is that it is pitch black and I cannot see anything. So I honestly think I'm going to have to wait for the sun to come around before I can really do anything, because actually, no, I think I should still be able to locate ore deposits at this time of day. I think that should be fine. As long as I use my torch and then point it at the ground, I think I should be able to find them. Man, how far away is this asteroid? I thought it was way closer. And yeah, it is actually in the gravity well too. Let's slow down a little bit. maybe a tiny bit more. That's pretty cool that this asteroid is actually in the gravity well of the planet. I always wanted to find and set something up on an asteroid such as this. Ooh, we're actually increasing speed. Okay, so I'm going to use all-out thrusters from this point. So the planet has us, and it is pulling us in. Okay, let's slow down a fair bit more. What I'm going to do now is turn on my spotlight again. I turned it off to kind of save myself some battery power, but I think we should be alright to use it for now. So apparently we're about 600 meters from this asteroid. What do we got? Iron and silicon. Yeah, not a bad asteroid to find really close to the planet, to be honest. I would really actually like to see the asteroid though. That would be nice. Alright, what do we got? I honestly just can't see much of anything, hey. So that is technically level with the planet, if that makes sense. So the planet is directly beneath us if I do that. So now I'm going to get as close as I possibly can to it, to this asteroid. And I might... Should I put a landing gear on the bottom? I think I might actually do that. So let's go into production. No. I need to actually get out of this cockpit. Go into here. Let's find a landing gear. So we'll build one of those, get rid of that, and then put all the components to production. So let's go ahead to this cargo container and do just that. Shift middle mouse button, and then everything should be put into production. And let's wait for that stuff to be built. Alright, cool, here we go. So I think I've got everything that I need to place down this landing gear. Only question is, whereabouts is that on my hotbar? I actually don't think I have one on my hotbar. I think I removed it. Okay, cool. So let's place this probably right here. It's extremely ugly, but it'll do the job. Let's place it there, get this welded up, and then put this on my hotbar. Fantastic. And you know what? I think I managed to really dodge a bullet with that SPRT drone facility. I think I was just outside of its range to attract any attention to myself. So that is fantastic. I really did not want to have to deal with that. Let's try and lock down onto this asteroid. But like I said before, I can't see anything. Alright, there we go. And we are locked down. Alright, so now we should just be able to turn this thing off. Yep, fantastic. Alright, let's turn it back on. What I'll do is I'm going to... Oh no! I don't want this engine to be on. Let's turn this off. Done. I really didn't want that to turn on. Okay, that's alright. I think we have plenty of ice, so it shouldn't be too much of a big deal. Alright, let's close that. I think what I'll do is I'm gonna get rid of this bottle. I'm gonna go and create probably another 2 jetpack bottles, and hopefully... No, actually... Nah, not 20. That's ridiculous. Let's go... Probably 5, because I'm gonna need to use my jetpack to fly around on the planet, then also fly there and fly back. So I'm gonna need a lot of jetpack fuel. In fact, I might even do one more. Well, man, why do I always hit the control key when I do that? Yeah, we've got a fair few bottles. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I might just put one more just for good measure. I know it seems excessive, but I think we're going to need it. Alright, so now, where is the planet? It should be directly beneath us. Alright, so let's head straight for this station signal. So I'm just going to turn off my dampeners here, and then we'll just drift down to the planet. How cool is this? We've arrived. I'm actually pretty lucky I didn't smash into the ground, because it's very easy to do so in this type of scenario. So I don't really remember. I think the ore deposits on this planet kind of have like a black patch on the surface, and then that's how you can kind of distinguish them between the rest of the surface. The only problem is that, yeah, being so dark, I can't see anything. So I don't think this green grass means that there is an ore deposit there. I'm pretty sure it is just those black patches on the ground that indicate an ore deposit. I think what I'll do instead is I'm going to head to this SPPR beacon, and I'm just going to glide across the surface, and then, yeah, kind of like keep my drill out, and that should hopefully detect any ore deposits that are nearby. Although so far I haven't come across anything, so it's not really cool. Looks like we've got some trees. Man, I really wish it was daylight. I might actually wait until it is daylight. And you know what? This planet's diameter must be 60 meters. It's interesting because I know the planets can be 120 kilometers in diameter. So, and I honestly thought that they were by default, but it turns out that might not actually be the case. Alright, so I decided just to fly directly to this SPPR beacon, and we're just going to check this thing out and see what is here. I'm kind of hoping there's some sort of a seat that I can sit in and charge myself, because, yeah, I kind of fully neglected the fact that I don't have that much power. So yeah, I haven't actually checked out one of these things before, I don't think. How do we get in here? This is really cool, this design. I really like this. We have ourselves a connector. Now, can we jump in this door? What have we got here? Silicon wafers. Come on, can I get inside here? Let me in, please. I need to charge. Why does this thing have thrusters? I guess this thing might double as a space station as well. Do we have anything here where I can access a door or something? No, nothing here. I could actually take my helmet off too. No, I don't think you can actually get inside this one. That really is a shame. Look at that, it's held on by a merge block, so you could technically disconnect this whole thing and then fly it out of here. That's pretty cool. What do we got? Yeah, medbay, that's what I need. Oh. Did I walk past this door a couple of times or what? I hope not. Alright, what else we got? Let's have a look here. Really hope there's a chair that I can sit in to recharge. Will this recharge me? Oh, that is awesome. Yes. So cool. And they say nothing in life is free. Alright, what do we got down here? I don't know. I don't think there's really much in here that I really want. Actually, let's check these containers. Is there anything here I can grab? I don't think these guys would be leaving things lying around. Yeah. Doesn't really make sense for them to be doing that. freight. That's interesting. Why is it that when I open the inventory on these, there's nothing? Oh, there is. Okay, so there's just nothing in there. Let's see what else is down here. We have another door. What's in here? Oh, we have some ammo. Nice. Let's see, what have we got in here? Some credits. Thank you very much. Do we have some more in there? No, we don't. Maybe it does pay to check all of this stuff out and just make sure there's nothing here that isn't, well, that I can use, you know what I mean? So, let's see what's in door number 3. Door number 4. What's in this one? Nothing. Yeah, so not bad. I mean, I got a free drill and a free welder. Whoops. So, the question is, where's that med bay? How do I get to that location? I think there was another door that led in this way. And there's also a stairwell that goes up here. Stairwell? No, ladder. Man, I really need to learn English at some point. So we have some more weapons. Ooh, fantastic. What have we got in here? Nothing. I think that's all the same cargo space. Let's check the toilet. You never know. Nah, I don't think they have any storage, do they? Nah, they don't have any storage either. Okay, that's pretty cool. I wonder what this timer block does. It's interesting. Alright, let's see what is behind this door here. And see what else we can scavenge. Does that have any cargo? No, I don't think it does. What's in this freight container? Nothing. Okay, so what about... Oh yeah, well obviously that's the toilet. I don't think there's going to be anything useful in there. I don't think that has any cargo storage. So I think that's probably about all that I can get from this thing. Whoa. Okay. Oh, that's what the timer block is for. To close these doors automatically after 60 seconds or a given amount of time. What's in here? Nothing. Is there anything down here that I can get? No. It's just an air vent. What about in here? Oh, yes! Nice. Okay, so at least I have myself a gun. Alright, let's equip that. Let's get rid of this and let's find our character weapons and let's equip that thing. Fantastic. Now, I don't even know how many bullets that gives me. So I've got 20 bullets, which is not really that great, but hey, it's better than throwing sharp sticks at people. What else can I get from this thing? So what's... I don't think there'll be... Yeah, access denied. That's what I thought. Okay, so... Yeah, so far so good. You know what I'm going to do though? I'm just going to chill out in this little facility until the sun comes up. Because I really just can't see anything. Alright, welcome back. So we finally have ourselves a little bit of sunlight. So I still can't really see too much of anything. So yeah, there's that. Also, while I was away, I was having a look at this little vending machine over here. And I noticed that it has a couple of cobalt ingots for sale. They are quite pricey though. So how much cash do I have on me? So I got 4,059. So I could probably buy 2 of these ingots. I really don't know if it's more effective. You know what? I might actually buy these. So let's buy 1 of them. And what? Does that just automatically... Okay, yep, cool. Interesting. It didn't actually take any of my money. What? Let's have a look. So I got 2 cobalt ingots and I haven't used any of my credits. Okay, so I'm not really going to cheat in the game, so I'll just take it as that's my money all spent. So I'll grab those 2 ingots and then we can go and search for our own. Or at least the ore of cobalt. So the question is though, where am I going to find it? So normally you would see like dark patches on the ground where there's ore deposits. But in this case, I'm not sure if that is still a thing. Like if this mod removes that functionality. So I'm gonna try and find an ore deposit. Usually what would happen is you would see like a dark patch on the surface, and that would be, underneath that would be your ore deposit. So I think it's really hard to see them on this green stuff. So perhaps that is one there. I don't know. So that might be one there. And perhaps we have some stones over here, or maybe they're just small shrubs. Yeah, I think they're just small shrubs. I might actually go to an area over here, just where there's a little bit more daylight, and see if I can't find anything. I think my best bet though would be to find a rock, because I do know that the rocks have things like cobalt, magnesium, and bits and pieces like that, so that might be the way to go. Might have one here actually. Let's see. So there's a stone there, or a boulder, so I could see what that's got. Now if I go up a fair bit, I should be able to see an ore deposit, but I can't see anything. Alright, let's go check out this boulder. I've got to be careful because I kind of forget that my character's doing 300 meters per second, so it doesn't stop as fast as it normally would in the vanilla game. Oh, fantastic. Alright, so we got some cobalt. So that's one half of our problem sorted. So we've got cobalt. The next thing I need is magnesium. So what I'm going to do though is grab some of this cobalt. I'll probably go from the top though. So, alright, let's grab some. Alright, so I've got a fair bit of cobalt now. We've got 2.92k, which I think is quite a bit. I also dumped the extra welder that I had picked up at the last, what would you call it, kind of station or whatever it is. So I got rid of that because I don't really need it. And as you can see, there's two stone boulders kind of rolling away, because I did pick up a fair bit of stone in the process of trying to get this. So what I will do is save this location. Now, a lot of people say go /GPS, and we will go... now, what do I call this planet? There was a suggestion in the comments to name it Planet Oz. So you know what? I think I'm going to do that. So let's go Oz, and then Cobalt 1. Cobalt Rock 1. And let's see what that does. Let's go into my GPS and have a look here. Oz, Cobalt Rock 1. Awesome. Okay, so yeah, that is a feature that people have been begging me to use for years. And finally I'm going to start remembering to use it. Well, at least I hope so. Okay, so the next thing I would like to do is find some magnesium, although I don't think I'm going to be finding too much in this weather. So let's see what we can and cannot find. I would really like to be able to see one of these ore deposits from here, because at the moment I can't see much of anything. Okay, so I think I've found an ore deposit. So down here you can see this little white patch. So that should be where the ore is. But the only problem is this mod actually messes with the depth of the ores. So if I stand right here, I'm not going to be able to find anything. And we do have another boulder. So let's, I think what I'll do is I'll just crouch down and drill straight down. Oh yeah, by the way, this station GPS marker, by the way, I was messing around with the spectator camera, and I noticed that this station GPS marker, which by the way was given to me at the very start of the game in my drop pod, is actually in the center of this planet. So this planet is actually 120 kilometers wide in diameter, which is interesting. I don't know why this has spawned in the center of the planet, unless it was supposed to be this SPPR beacon, and that's what that was supposed to be. So I don't know what's with that, but who knows? So all right, let's drill down and see what we've got here. Okay, well I didn't need to drill too far to find out that we have nickel here, so let's go and create a GPS marker for that one as well. Cool, so we have created a GPS marker for that. Let me reset my view here. Why is my drill all the way up in the air? That's weird. Let's have a look at this stone. So we have nickel. Alright, let's mark this one as well. Cool, that GPS marker is saved. And let us hunt for another ore deposit. I really want to find magnesium because that's probably one of the most important things. Then I can actually build some ammunition and some guns. Oh, we have another boulder over here. Let's see what is in this boulder here. And I believe there's another ore patch over there too. What have we got? Silicon. not really that useful, but I'll mark it anyway so that I don't go and, yeah, double check the same rock 100 times. Okay, that one is saved. Now, where did I say there was another ore deposit? I think it was over here, didn't I? Yeah, so you can kind of see that it's so hard to see. I don't know if that's because of the ore distribution mod, or if that's because of the Space Got Real mod. I really don't know which one is causing that. So, alright, let's drill down and see what we can find. Well, it looks like we have boring, nickel, and iron. So let's mark this one and move on to the next. Okay, so we've got yet another ore deposit. Let's drill down and see what's in here. Okay, it looks like we've got silicon again, so pretty cool. I put a marker and I just put Oz-silicon and it's renamed it to _2. So yeah, that's pretty cool. That saves me a little bit of work having to name them 1, 2, 3, and 4. I might go back into the GPS menu later and clean them up, but I don't think it's really necessary. So where might I find cobalt? We have another... No, not cobalt, magnesium. Okay, so we've got another boulder. I'm going to say that's iron. Yeah, I thought so. I could tell by the red colour. Alright, let's mark this one and move on. Alright, so I do apologise for the dog barking in the backyard, but my neighbour's dog is just going mental at the moment for some reason. I think this is cobalt. Let's have a look. Yeah, I thought so. Could tell by the green hue. Okay, so we have another cobalt boulder. And I believe we have an ore deposit slightly over there somewhere as well. Alright, let's mark this one, move on. Alright, yeah, so there's our boulder. And here is the deposit that I thought I saw. I think honestly at this point, I'm just going to quietly go away and check a whole bunch of different deposits. Because honestly, I think watching me detect all these deposits is getting kind of boring. And yeah, this one is already nickel. Yeah, you can see it there, 75.1 meters. It's pretty cool. I wish this drill had a range like that all the time. Okay, so I have actually been scouting around a little bit and I still haven't found the magnesium that I was looking for, but what I did find is an ore deposit on this green grass here, and man, it is so subtle and hard to see that I think I'm flying over so many ore deposits that it's not even funny. I mean, you have to be at probably about this height and it's so subtle. You can see like there's a little patch there, a little patch there. So it really does make it extremely difficult to find these ores, which I guess is the point of this mod. So like I said though, I don't know if that's a result of this mod or if it's been so long since I've been on this planet that that's just the way that it is. So maybe it's just the way that it is. And right now as I'm looking here, I don't even know if that's an ore deposit. Is that an ore deposit? Maybe. Who knows? Okay, so I've been scouting for quite the amount of time, and as you can see, I have amassed quite the number of GPS markers. So I actually found another cobalt rock. I found a lot of, actually not so much iron, but I found so much nickel and silicon that it's not even funny. However, the problem is now that I only have about 2 bottles left of fuel. So I've got... Maybe I might scout around a little bit more until I've got 2 bottles of fuel. Once I have... No, wait, sorry. That's an oxygen bottle, so I only have... Okay, yeah, so what I'm going to do at this point is fly back to the drop pod, because what I don't want to happen is me get stranded on this planet without any oxygen or without any jetpack fuel. That's really going to suck. So, alright, let's head back to the respawn pod. Okay, and we have finally arrived at the respawn pod. So I think what I'll do is deposit whatever cobalt I have managed to accumulate and then head straight back down to the planet. Why? Oh, sorry, no. I was like, why has my character got silicon wafers? No, it doesn't. So, alright, let's pop this into here. Now, I won't be able to actually refine any of this stuff because the basic... what is it? The survival kit can't actually do that, so... Alright, let's refill our bottles, and the plan is to head back to the planet. So let's take all of these with us. I think what I'll do is I'm going to make... So how many bottles have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think 7 should be enough. I just want to locate a magnesium deposit. I don't think I need a lot of it to actually build what I need to. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of that. Get rid of that. We don't need the credits. I have an extra drill. And I'm not going to use my enhanced welder. What happened to my... Oh, okay. I thought I had a double up of welders, but it turns out I had a double up of hand drills. So I actually left my welder all the way down at the planet. But that's alright. I don't think it really matters. You know what, though? I think I'm going to make another... Well, actually, do we have any more bottles in my inventory? I have one oxygen bottle, but I don't really need that much oxygen, especially if I'm on a planet. So I might even make like another 3 of them. And then that should give me a lot of time to go and find a magnesium deposit. Yeah, this isn't really how I pictured spending this time trying to find magnesium. But at least once I have a little bit of magnesium, then I can kind of use what I can find in space. But at the moment, it's a little bit hard because obviously without any ammunition, I can't really approach many things. Like the wreck that we ran into before, I can't really do anything about that because I just don't have any guns to take out its guns. One thing I could do is I could circle the wreck and wait until it runs out of ammunition, but that's very risky and I don't know. I suppose I could do that. I don't know if but that's the thing, I mean these things could have like, I don't know, 5 minutes worth of ammo. So I'm sitting there circling a wreck for like 5 minutes. Would be entertaining though. Okay, so I've got my 10 bottles. We have a measly 700 left of space. So let's head back down to the planet while daylight is still on our side. And the daylight on this place really doesn't last that long. So I might actually head to this ice patch over here. Okay, so last time you guys saw me, I was headed down to the planet to search for some more ores, but there was one thing I didn't really account for, and my plan is extremely flawed, and that is that I do not have the power to actually go down to the planet and dig for all these resources and find them. So I think in total, I forget where it was, I went to about that area there on the planet. I dug... And as you can see, I've got all these resources here, but they were actually quite a few 100 meters under the surface. So it took me a lot of power to actually get to them. And I ended up running out of power after just gaining like, you know, information about 4 of the different ore deposits. And then I had to fly all the way back to the drop pod to recharge again. So, you know what? I think trying to do this by hand is just not going to work out too well because it seems like magnesium is quite a rare commodity these days. Well, at least it is with this mod. So what I'm going to do is build a rover and then we're going to fly it down to the planet and go from there. So, alright. I think what I'll do is I'll start building some sort of a staging area. So first of all, I'll need some metal blocks. So let me get rid of all these gas bottles that are on me because I don't really need this many. I probably only need 2 hydrogen bottles and that will be plenty. Let's get rid of these credits. We have some more credits there. So we got a fair amount of credits. We do have some cobalt ingots. But what I would like to do at this point in time is build myself at least a basic refinery and then a basic assembler, and then from there we can probably build an advanced refinery and an advanced assembler. So let's grab some steel plates and build some sort of a little platform. Okay, well I've got a little bit of steel plates, not too much, although I don't think I've picked them all up. So also while I was away, what I went ahead and done is constructed an MR50A rifle and then also 1 single magazine. So to do that, I deconstructed some of the magazines that I had found in that station down on the planet. So I don't think it's going to give me a meaningful amount of ammunition to defend myself. But, you know, like I said before, it's better than random sticks. So can we go for gravity alignment here? I think I might just start placing blocks here. Okay, so that platform should do for what I need it to do. Let's see how much resources we actually need to build a basic refinery. So we have our basic refinery here. I could actually build an advanced refinery, but I don't really want to do that because it takes a boatload of resources. So We have enough steel plates to get this done. Let's add the rest of it to the build planner and hope that I have enough materials to get that stuff. Okay, so it looks like we've got 7 motors and 4 computers. Make sure there's nothing on my build planner. Let's manufacture those and then build this thing. Secondly, what I would like to do as well is let's go here and let's find ourselves a solar panel, and we will add that to the build planner, and I will manufacture the components for that too. Although the only problem is that now I have actually run out of resources, so I need to mine a little bit more stone. I do know that this asteroid does contain iron, but because I don't have a basic refinery, I can't actually refine it into ore or into ingots. So yeah, we're kind of stuck doing hand mining for at least the next little while. Wait, what am I doing? I put a drill on the front of this thing to avoid having to do that. Oh man, what am I doing? Alright, well, I've done a little bit of mining. Let's see how much that yielded us. This thing is definitely a little bit more sluggish than it was before, so I think we've gotten a fair amount of resources at our disposal at this point. Alright, let's lock this thing down. I did change the auto lock functionality of this landing gear. I disabled it essentially. And yeah, so now it's set to manually lock. So how much resources did we actually get? Let's have a look at stone. So yeah, we got 20,000 stone. Oh wow, 60,000 stone. So we should hopefully be able to, yeah, make a lot of ingots. So let's go to our survival kit. Let's queue up another 1,000 of these, I suppose. You know what? I might as well just queue up like 10,000 or whatever, so it just continually builds them. All right, let's wait for that stuff to be manufactured. Actually, do I have enough? Okay, so apparently I've got everything is successfully withdrawn. But it's not though, so hang on. That's weird. Okay, let me try this again. And then what I would like to do as well is build a battery, so let's queue up a battery. Let's find our battery. So put one of those. Is that small grid or large grid? Yep, that looks like it's large grid, so we should be fine with that. Let's queue up the resources for that as well. Okay, so I think this is going to take a little while. Fantastic, alright, so now we're making some decent progress. Also, while I was gone, I went ahead and constructed this solar panel here, so we are actually getting some positive charge. Current input 140 kilowatts. So we've got 5 hours worth of battery left. How are we doing on the ingots? Let's have a look here. Wow, so this amount of cobalt ore has given me so many ingots, and it's going to take a long time for those to process. So, yeah, I'm actually concerned about this power. So what I've done is I've queued up the components for this second solar panel. Hopefully that should give us enough power, at least while the sun is out, to get all this stuff built that I want to. Well, apparently we've got everything built. Let's try and build this. Awesome, there we go. So it's a bit strange how it takes a while to kind of power up. Let's see how we're doing for power now. So we've got 243 input, and then yeah, 16 hours. That really increases the amount of time that we've got. I might even go as far as to put a third solar panel here. Yeah, let's do it. I dare say we're going to need it later on anyway, so let's put that on the build planner and then manufacture the components for that as well. Shift middle mouse button, and hopefully we have the stuff to build that. So now, because I have this refinery, what I can do is go ahead and find this iron deposit, which I believe is down here somewhere. Where exactly is it? Can't really see anything, so I might have to use the ship to go and find it. Yeah, let's use the ship. You know what? I'm not going to worry about it. What I am going to worry about, though, is I would like to build a cargo container. How's that production going? Production has ceased. Okay, so it does look like that I need some more iron. How much do I have of silicon? So we've got plenty of silicon. Do we have much nickel? Yep, I've got 222 nickel, so realistically the only thing I need now is iron. So let's use the ship to mine that, and then put that into the basic assembler down there. Okay, so let's take off and do just that. Alright, I think that should be enough iron for now. Let's head back to the little platform that I made, and hopefully we can build some stuff. Oh, that was so close. Oh, so nearly rammed into that asteroid then. Okay, and we are locked down. So now let's grab this iron and chuck it in the refinery down below. And I'm going to grab the silicon, I'm going to grab the cobalt, I'm going to grab the nickel. Wait, is that all the cobalt that I have left? Oh, that's right, the cobalt's in the other one. Alright, let's grab that. Let's grab this. And where is my iron? So we do have iron ore. Wait, no, that's iron. Yeah, that's iron ore. Sorry, I thought it meant iron ingots. So then I've got to transport all of that stuff down to this platform here. I suppose I could build a connector, but honestly I just don't even know where to put it at this point, so I'm going to forego that for the minute. Okay, so the last thing I would like to do before I round out the episode is make a start on this rover. So I've got a rotor here set up, ready to go, and I have added a small head to that. So that should let us build at least the foundation for this rover. So I'll just basically build a whole bunch of blocks up the top here. And then from here we can go ahead and build our rover. So I'm thinking maybe we'll go... So what I want to do is I want to put a large grid ore detector on it. Now obviously, as you can see, this thing is 2 large grid blocks long, so that means that it needs to be at least 10 large grid blocks long on the back to accommodate that. So let's start by going, I don't know, let's say maybe 15 blocks behind. So okay, so that's 14 blocks, that should be enough. Okay, so then from there we'll go, I think maybe 10 blocks from there, from the front. So we'll go okay, so we got 10 blocks from the center here, and then we've got 14 blocks, and that will be the back of our rover. I'll probably make this thing about 3 blocks wide. Maybe we could go 5 blocks. Maybe we will do that. Yeah, you know what? We are. I'm going to go 5 blocks, and then we'll make that kind of like the base of our rover. Okay, so we've got a bit of a frame going on here. So what I'll do from here is add a cockpit, if I can actually find it on my hotbar. Here we go, here's our cockpit, and we'll go ahead and we'll add it here. Maybe I should have just made the thing like 3 blocks wide. Do I make it 3 blocks wide?
Energy low.
Let me grab a large grid ore detector and see exactly how big that is. Okay, so our large grid ore detector is about... yeah, it's about 5 blocks wide, so I think I will go ahead and actually make this rover 5 blocks wide. Okay, so at the front, what we'll do is we'll put some wheels. So let's grab our off-road wheels, and I'll probably go for a 5x5 suspension, and I believe that is the top. So we'll put our front wheel about there, and then we'll grab another wheel and put it in the same location on the other side. So where are we at? We're 1 block behind the front, so let's grab another wheel and place it here. And then from there, what I would like to do is, normally what I would do is add like 2 wheels, but maybe we might add some more. So maybe we might add another set of wheels here. Will they interfere with each other? I don't know if they will. So maybe what we'll do this time around is, normally, like I said, I'd make it 6x6 rover, So this time around, maybe I'll make an 8x8. Or at least I would make a 6x6 in this kind of configuration, if that makes sense. So we'll place another wheel there, and then we'll place another wheel about here. Wheel could not be placed. Hang on, let me see if I can actually place that, or if I've placed it too close to the other suspension. Okay, cool. So we can actually add another wheel. Yeah, you know what? It'll do. Okay, so let's grab another wheel. I suspect that these wheels are all over the place. I don't think I've actually
energy critical
done left and right properly here, so, but that doesn't really matter too much. All right, let's go 5x5. Add a wheel there, and add a wheel there. What I'm going to do though is grind away these ones, because I believe these ones are wrong. So let's add a right wheel to this side, because obviously it's the right. So let's add one there. Let's get rid of this one, and let's add another wheel there. Fantastic. Alright, there is the basis of our rover. It's very basic, but it will kind of do for now. Alright, so underneath what I'll do is I'll add these blocks as kind of extra support for the suspension. So we'll add these.
No energy.
Whoops. Need to get myself some energy. Cool. Alright, so we got our suspension and the basis of our rover sorted. So all I need to do at this point is add in some batteries. So I think what I'll do is I'll just place maybe... I don't really need too many batteries, or at least I don't think so. So let's maybe spin this around, place it up like this. I might have to spin it around and then add one here on the side. Okay, let's put in some blocks here so that I can actually place this properly. Cool. Alright, let's see what we can do at this point. Okay, so I've got one battery there, another battery there, which isn't really ideal. Yeah, there's not really much I can do to kind of center these. There's gonna be a gap no matter what I do. Alright, so let's place one there. I might get rid of this one and then just replace it just so that the battery indicator is at the top, because I don't know if I actually did that for the other one. The question is, do I actually add another battery here? What's this? Is this 3 blocks or 2 blocks? It is 3 blocks. You know what? Let's get rid of this and this, and let's put in 2 batteries going this way. Spin them around, 1 and then 2. And that leaves us with plenty of space, so I'm going to place another one directly behind that. That's interesting. The battery indicator... Oh, okay, whatever. And then what we need to do is put in a rotor at some point. So, like I said before, this large grid ore detector is about 10 small grid blocks long. So what we need to do is probably place it somewhere here. So I need to make sure I have enough space. Let me find a rotor and then we'll go ahead and place that one down. I might actually grind away these blocks. Okay, so let's count basically 5 blocks from the edge, and we'll have it kind of sitting in the tray here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, let's grind out this block and let's place our rotor here. Let's put a rotor there. Let's grind away the rotor part, and let's add a large head. Alright, so it turns out that I can't actually add a large head to that rotor. So I think what I'm going to have to do, I might actually move this forward a bit though. Let's get rid of this. Let's maybe put our rotor about here. I think that kind of makes a little bit more sense. Makes it look a little bit more even. So what I'm going to have to do is grab an ore detector. So let us place one in midair. The only problem is though, this is going to be a little bit difficult because we are kind of in gravity. So alright, Alright, let's maybe place one here, I guess. So if I place one there, it is going to sink down. Then what I'm going to want to do is probably add a rotor head directly to that. So if we go into this menu here, let's add a rotor head to that. And then hopefully it rolls over a little bit more. Stop there, please. Or not. Okay, so I'll go into the ship and I'll pick it up. And then I'll hover it over this rotor here, and it should let me attach it to that rotor. Alright, so let's test this out and see if it actually works. Okay, so I decided to weld this block up because it's, yeah, kind of hard to see. So what we'll do is I've kind of colored it red so it's a little bit easier to see. Although, to be honest, I can't really see it that well. So, alright. Let's try and aim for the middle of these 4 blocks here and try and get this thing aligned properly. Okay, so I think I've got it reasonably well aligned. Let's see if I can actually attach this rotor head to that. Let's see if I can actually grab this rotor and use the build planner to, or sorry, Build Vision to actually do this for us. So let's attach this. No, it's not letting me actually attach it. So I think I might need to work on my alignment a little bit. Alright, well, I've got the thing centered about as much as I ever want it to be. I think one of the main issues I had before was I was trying to attach an advanced rotor to just a regular rotor base, so I don't think that was ever going to work. And as you can see, this thing is very well centered, so with any luck I will be able to just kind of attach this. Alright, let's see if I can actually do that. Let's select our rotor and let's try and attach this, and of course it's not working. Alright, let me play around with this for a little bit longer before I round out the episode. Alright, so I decided to do something a little bit cheeky. So I have set up 2 timer blocks here. One is to kind of attach this rotor, and then once that's finished, it then sets this timer block, and then this timer block starts this timer block. So essentially what it's doing is every second it is trying to attach this rotor head to this rotor. So hopefully this kind of works. Let's see if it actually does. So I think what I might do is detach this landing gear, and then hopefully this rotor head will attach. Although I don't think it is. Let's see. Oh, this is so frustrating. I've seen this done a million times and other people have done it perfectly fine, so I know it's possible, but I just cannot get this to work. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave it here for this episode. I feel absolutely defeated by this task. I've tried so many times to get this done, but I just can't make it happen. So I'm going to get it done in between episodes, and then the next episode it will be done. And then, yeah, I'll tell you how I actually made it work. So anyway, guys, really hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you next time.